This is Show and Tell, and I'm Billy. It's been quite a while since you last saw me. I was preparing for a 2-week trip to Paris, part of which was for a conference on Art Deco. Part of it was for pleasure. Well, the pleasure part didn't turn out so great, as you'll start to see by the end of this video. The conference was wonderful, and I've created a totally separate video that's over an hour long. You'll be able to see a link to it up here. And I hope you'll go check that out, because it's really like all 1925 Paris revisited. It was an extraordinary year, and this is the centennial celebrating that year. But of course, while I was in Paris, I had to make it my business to visit not one, but 2 yarn shops. One I've been to before, one was completely new to me, and I don't even know how I found the new one. I think maybe just on Google Maps, I was in the vicinity, and you know how they pop up suggestions for you on the map? Well, I saw like some yarn shop, and I was like, whoa, it's not too far from where I'm going to be. Let me go check it out. And I arranged ahead of time with the owners of the shop. Unfortunately, my plans changed, and I got to them a little sooner than expected. They weren't totally prepared for me, but they were really good sports about it. So I will have that video here. Some of it is in French, some of it Virginie speaks very softly. She wasn't 100% well that day, and I did catch her off guard. So, and also, my bad, I really didn't have the right equipment to do the kind of thing that I was attempting to do. Anyway, I did talk to you about my desire to purchase yarn there as a souvenir of my trip, and I really did give it my best shot. Unfortunately, I came up empty. I'm knitting. I don't usually knit with you. I'm knitting right now because I want to finish this row to be able to show you the progress that I made on the sweater that I took on the plane with me. On the way over, I didn't get very much knitting done. A little bit. I think my head just wasn't into it. We took a late evening flight, so really when we got on the plane, it was just about time for me to sleep, and I knew that I would want to do things the first day there, so I thought, let me try and pack in some sleep. So little knitting on the way over, a bit more knitting, quite a bit more knitting on the way back because it was daytime flight. And I didn't run out of any of the colors of my yarn, which was very good planning on my part, if I must give myself a pat on the back. So even though I'm knitting in this direction, this sweater is going to be oriented this way. I started over here, which is front and center. And there'll be a raglan sleeve going in here, and the rest of it wraps around. And I'm only part way across the back. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. It's not really presenting well, but here it is. that's how much I've done so far. So what you're looking at now, this centerpiece, that's the underarm. So front, down, the raglan sleeve, under the arm. This goes up for the back part of the sleeve, across the back, and then down for the other raglan. And I'll continue on underarm and then increasing again to wrap around to the other front. So maybe if I'm showing it not on me, it'll be easier. This is the front, and I am part of the way across the back. The next sweater that I want to knit is a vintage one. I've mentioned it to you before. I will have information in the show notes about how you can join that knit along. It will be starting towards the end of the year, so you still have a good month and a half to gather your thoughts and put all of your other projects on your timeline to clear some space for that. It's the sweater that I was looking for yarn for in Europe and unfortunately didn't find. I know the color I want, very simple gray to coordinate with some other sweaters that I have. And I was finding lots of grays. Naturally, it's a popular color, but some were a little too beige and some were a little too charcoal. And I have in my head the just right shade that I'm looking for, and I didn't come up with it. So I didn't buy yarn. Really, I hardly bought anything, but in Enrico's shop, Les Tricoteurs Volants, I think this might have been designed by Franklin Habit. Correct me if you know otherwise. I could be wrong. The store, he just moved to a new location. Well, since I was last there, he moved to a new location. It's so pretty inside. Everything is pink and lovely. And this is gonna make noise, but I wanna open it. You know, the French, everything is about the presentation, the packaging. So he couldn't just give it to me in a plain bag. It had to be this pretty little pink. France is famous for a number of things that you're familiar with. Perfume, pastries, beautiful breads, croissant, pain au chocolat, wines, a bunch of other things, inventing the hot air balloon, inventing the movies. But they're also famous for lavender because lavender is grown widely in Provence. So these two little kitties have the delightful scent of lavender. And it was Halloween time while I was there, so he seemed to have a lot of orange on hand. They're made by someone who's local to him with lavender grown in France. And I thought those were something that I can use. If you don't have lavender or cedar protecting your hand knits, you really ought to check it out and invest in some. So the backs are also kind of cute. Little melange of fabrics. Now, that was my visit to him. My other visit to Atelier Léonie, Virginie and her husband Louis gifted me these needle protectors. I haven't opened them yet, but I will right now with you. I've had some really cute needle protectors that were sort of rubbery in the shape of a little flower basket, cute as could be, but I lost one on the New York City bus and was never able to find it. So when she showed me these, I said, oh, I'd love to have a pair of those. I was prepared to buy them, and the next thing I knew, she was making a gift of them to me. I told her that I knit with very small needles, so these are for 2.5 millimeter, and you just stick your needle in. I don't have a small needle hanging around, But I do have a very tiny crochet hook. It just goes right in there, and it's not going to fall off. It's not going to fall off so easily. I mean, it goes down pretty deep. Actually, it's a good thing for this too. These are killer. This could take somebody's eye out. Now, the part of the trip that was about the conference, I did acquire a couple little things. So in this cute little black velvet pouch, I received an enamel pin commemorating the 17th World Congress on Art Deco. That was their logo for this event. They also gave us these pastilles. I haven't tasted them. They're called Vichy, and the shape of them is like how would you describe it? I think it's an octagon shape, but elongated. So imagine a rectangle where you cut off the corners, sort of like beveled. That was a very popular shape in the Art Deco period. This shape, that's the shape. That's exactly the shape of these. So they kept to that little theme. I also was gifted at the Fragonard Perfume Museum. They have a shop, and they gave me a bunch of little samples of their different fragrances. They have, I don't know, between 50 and 100 different fragrances, and it's hard to choose, so they sent me home with these. My cousin Sylvie actually had given me as a beautiful gift their most popular fragrance, Fleur d'Oranger, as well as a bottle of cologne for my husband. And the guy liked me so much because I was asking a lot of questions. He gave me this tote bag, which I immediately put it into the category of project bag. It's nice and thin, so it will fold up and go into a handbag, which is what I look for in my project bags. They have to be very compressible, compactable, compact. So I brought that home. And then at our hotel where we stayed the first week, they had little sample things of Nutella and the Bon Maman. If you comment on this video, you have a chance of having these things sent out to you. And there's also a chocolate from France. Actually, Sicilian lemon and ginger shortbread, not chocolate. Could be very interesting. So write lots of comments on this, as well as on the extended video of my trip. I'll make the same pitch over there. Okay, so now I'm going to run the video of my visit with Virginie and Louis, and I did put a caveat at the beginning. Some of the speaking is rather soft, but you will be able to get subtitles translating the French to English. Use the gear in the lower right-hand corner. I just arrived in Paris this afternoon, and my second stop after the Balzac Museum is a very tiny but charming shop in Paris, owned by Virginie and her husband, Louis, who speak a little English, so most of this is going to be in French, and I'm going to direct you to use the subtitles. I'll translate a little bit here and there if I can. My French is comme ci, comme ça.
And my English is comme ci, comme ça.
Mais, sorry, I'm going back and forth in my head between French and English. So this is Virginie, and she's going to tell us about the lines of yarn that she carries, and which ones are French, which ones are not French, and why yarn is not so popular in France because it's not luxurious, right? Something like that. Expliquez-moi que... commencez avec les lignes françaises.
Alors, en fait, nous, on est spécialisés dans les laines éco-responsables. On a principalement des laines qui sont biologiques et certifiées GOTS.
GOTS certified and organic is what
Yes.
they concentrate on.
Yes.
Good. Bravo.
It's very important for us, the wellness of animals.
Not from plants. Seulement des animaux. Okay.
Oui, après on a aussi du coton, bien sûr.
Du chanvre et du lin.
Du chanvre et du lin français. Une très belle marque de lin français. Je ne sais pas si vous connaissez. Ça, c'est une super
je
marque
connais pas.
française. Voilà. Natisea.
Et c'est de quel
C'est une super
matériau?
marque. This is hemp.
Hemp. Okay. Let's look at the
And
colors.
this is linen.
Oh,
When
an
it's-
échantillon.
When it's lit, it's very,
So here's a
very
sample of something. Let me feel this. Oh, it's thicker than I was expecting. Oh.
And it's a little bit heavy,
Mm-hmm.
so it's. I don't know the word in English. C'est délassant, c'est reposant.
Luxurious?
No.
It's wonderful.
D'accord.
Vous avez mohair et soie.
Mohair, kid mohair.
Kid mohair. Et c'est toujours certifié aussi, Responsible Mohair Standard.
RMS
Yes.
veut dire quoi?
C'est,
Certification.
oui, c'est responsable. Responsible.
Ah, responsible
Voilà.
quoi?
Pour, en fait, ça. Est-ce que tu peux m'aider à expliquer, Louis? Parce que toi,
RMS.
tu es-
RMS?
Oui.
Oh bah ça englobe la certification de la filière et la traçabilité du mohair en soi. Voilà.
Ok.
Et on l'a aussi pour la laine, on l'a aussi pour l'alpaga. Donc en fait, ça permet d'avoir une traçabilité complète sur l'élevage, les conditions de teinture, les conditions de récolte de la laine, voilà, pour que les tontes se font le plus possible dans le respect se fassent le plus possible dans le respect de l'animal et dans le respect des gens qui vont tondre et teindre après les fils.
Okay, gang, my French is not good enough to understand that, but I'm sensing that this is responsible treatment of the animals. So, c'est à côté de GOT
C'est
certification?
c'est en dessous de GOTS.
Okay, less
GOTS,
strict, maybe. Oh,
le GOTS prend en compte l'entièreté de la chaîne, du produit brut au produit final, alors que là, le RMS va prendre uniquement en compte juste la fibre animale de base. Voilà. Mais il n'y aura pas il y aura un regard moins poussé, moins exigeant que sur le produit qui va être fini ensuite. Voilà. C'est un début, c'est pas la perfection.
Moi, sorry, I am going to use the subtitles. Hopefully the microphone was close enough to Louis. But okay, ça suffit parce que je comprends pas exactement, mais c'est quelque chose bon pour
Bon pour l'animal, bon pour la planète.
good for the animals, good for the people using the yarn, something like that. Okay.
Et en général, ça vous permet d'avoir des fils de meilleure qualité aussi.
It enables you to have a better quality yarn. Bravo.
Do you know?
It would be better if you held this close to the speaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Do you know this one? Monkosh? Hey Mama Wolf.
Hey, Mama Wolf. No.
Hey Mama Wolf.
Oh, what a cute name.
This is Mérinos d'Arles. Do you know Arles? It's in the south of France.
Where Vincent van Gogh was.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's merino sheep from Arles,
Yes.
part of France.
It's
And let's feel
just wonderful.
soft, but not as soft as some other merinos.
No, because Mérinos from Arles, it's a sheep, a little bit rustic.
Rustic.
Yes, it's the same word.
Rustique.
Okay, for me,
Rustic
wonderful.
in
Yes.
English.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
but
why it's not
but it's
so
become when you wash it, it's become softer and softer,
Okay.
and you have just wonderful color.
Et les prix sont combien?
This one I think it's let's see, c'est 14,90 les mérinos, c'est ça? Oh my gosh. So
For 300 meters.
yes.
300 meters.
14,90. Yes, 14.90.
So
14.
almost 15
Almost 50.
euros. So what is that, about $17?
Yeah,
So
close.
normal. But
For 300,
300
yes,
meters.
Yes.
That's not expensive. That's really great price. And the thickness, quelle taille
For needles, 3.5.
3 mm.
Yes.
Pas
But
3
it's
aux
not.
États-Unis.
Yes.
Mais c'est à côté. I think it's 3.5 in US, a
Yes.
3 millimeter.
Okay.
So it's not so thick. It seems thicker. But
And it's
the
just
colors
wonderful
are
when you mix it with the. I love mixed thread.
But then a bigger needle, thicker
Yes, of
gauge.
course. Of course.
Puisqu'il y a un petit bouchetage dû au mélange de matières.
I'm gonna s-
It's softer than this one. I don't know why.
Et ça
not
c'est
the
the berry burrito.
Yes. This one.
C'était français aussi? It's also French?
No,
Non,
it's not French.
parce que le
It's-
nom n'est pas
No,
français.
it's not.
C'est un des choses 100 grammes, donc ça fait pas mal.
De temps en temps, on change
De
parce
temps
que
en
c'est
temps, je change.
chic.
C'est vrai.
Mais c'est de quel pays?
Hop, c'est une marque
Allemagne.
danoise, je crois. Danemark.
Danish.
Yes.
Okay. Made in Italy.
Yes.
But a Danish
Everything
brand.
travel a lot.
This feels good. This one. The colors are very pretty.
And we also have ribbon thread.
Recycled
Yes.
in English. Okay.
Recycle.
Oh, good. Hey, what a find.
And it's made with old clothes.
T-shirts.
T-shirts, sweaters, jeans.
Jeans maybe.
Yes. So
And the softness.
you have
But okay for an outer
yes.
jacket. Not
Yes.
so bad.
No,
After
no, no, no.
washing,
After washing, of course.
it's softer.
Celui-ci, c'est plus fin. C'est beaucoup plus fin. Vous avez plutôt travaillé 3.
So you have 65% wool, and the rest it's just all the fiber.
I'm just admiring all these beautiful colors. I know it's not the French one, but it's a very beautiful
Yes,
color
very nice.
range. The Mary Merino. What sells best? Que vend le meilleur?
This one. Yes.
Parce que il y a beaucoup de
Yes.
couleurs.
It's like a croissant or pain au chocolat in the bakery. It's
Delicious.
it's our croissant.
Now she's speaking French and I'm trying. I mean, she's speaking English. I'm trying to speak French.
But
The colors.
I love this one. You know this one, Let Lopi.
J'ai jamais tricoté avec Let Lopi. Yeah? It's beautiful. And it must be soft after it's washed.
Yes,
Softer.
but
But not against the skin for a jacket.
yes, for
The coat.
yes.
But it's nice stitch definition.
Yes, really.
This too. Yeah.
This is this one.
And also there's fabrics and ribbon and oh, more yarn.
Yes, more yarn. This one is wonderful too. It's Irish wool with alpaca.
So it's soft. It's going to be soft with alpaca.
And
That's
we're
nice.
really, really wonderful color.
Yeah, so pretty.
Fort froid toute l'année et qui ont besoin de développer un pelage un peu plus spécifique.
Lovely.
It's good that she has the swatches knit up.
Yeah, it's
The yarn.
important to have those swatches. Guépard, c'est français ou non?
No,
Non. Ah, cashmere. Ooh, cashmere.
yes, it's cashmere.
Voilà, c'est pas un fil hyper économique. Au final, par rapport à l'autre.
And you have also pure
Irish.
tweed Irish wool from Erica Knight.
Also pretty colors, beautiful.
And
know,
the
I know.
colors for socks.
Yes, everybody knows them. Okay. That. So the colors end up looking like this. It's self-striping. But the stripes are not just plain stripes. They're really interesting stripes because those guys are such interesting characters. And here's some of the other colors. So now they have their own line. Socks. Look at these cute little flowers, tulips that are knit.
Ça peut faire joli déjà, tu prends en couverture. Cette gamme-là.
Tell us about the
Qui fait qu'il y a
buttons.
aussi un beige un peu.
Are they old? Are they new?
We have both. We have new buttons and old buttons.
Et
This
du coup,
is
vous êtes
Corozo.
vous pouvez travailler en 5
You
voire
have
6, à mon
a
avis.
shell.
Et puis vous avez quand même un...
Shell.
We're going to visit Meru, le musée de la nacre.
Oh.
Wanna go?
Ça fait quelque chose
C'est
de-
pas loin.
aussi faire
You
bien pour
have
l'ouverture. Et vous êtes
Which are the old ones?
ha,
100% acrylique
the
et
old ones.
Pareil, c'est un
It's
petit
here.
tour aussi. Vous le faites, soit particulièrement économique. Bah, c'est pour essayer de vous trouver quelque chose, parce que forcément, je peux comprendre que ce ne soit pas dans le budget de tout le monde, c'est du laine
Français.
anglaise et tout, enfin voilà, je veux dire, 12,90 pour un écheveau, s'il vous faut 5 écheveaux pour faire la couverture, bah, c'est sûr que c'est un budget, quoi.
And have this.
Oh, so
normal.
sweet.
Celle-là, mais t'as-
Porcelain.
Bah, les plus belles, forcément, enfin, je veux dire, c'est...
And all of these accessories, everything you could dream of, gigantic wooden needles.
Ok.
Il m'en faudrait, je sais pas trop les dimensions.
Crochet hooks. Knit pro.
Ça, c'est 2.
And
Ouais. De toute façon, là, en je crois que
Okay.
I love this.
Oh, the ball.
Yes.
I've never used this.
Yeah. It's very easy when you have a cat. And we have accessory mute. You know,
The
this.
leather's super
Yes, it's leather.
soft.
You see,
Oh,
you
Darling.
can knit when you walk.
and it's like a very nice size. It's not too big.
No, it's not too big. And we have things to place needles.
Mhm. And accessories in here.
ça peut s'apprendre. On peut vous apprendre en plus, mais voilà, en général, c'est pour pouvoir faire des choses. Donc voilà,
These
on y
little
arrive un petit peu
stoppers.
naturellement, j'ai envie de dire.
I need because the ones I bought that were rubber, they come off and I lost one. But these look like they would stay on.
Voilà.
Oh,
It's just like diamonds.
c'est de verre,
Oui.
de glace.
Yes.
Oh, how pretty. You were hiding these.
Yes, of course.
And they're cold. They're cold to the touch. How beautiful is this? It is like diamonds around the edge. Whoops. Here's the diamond. Here's the button. C'est un chaussure de cheval. A horseshoe.
Un fer. Fer à cheval.
Fer.
Fer à cheval.
Fer à cheval. Okay, we say horseshoe.
Yes.
But okay, I learned something new. Many things. Wow. Thank you so much for spending this time with me.
Thanks to you. Thanks to come in our shop.
Notre plaisir. Merci et j'espère que les Américains vous connaissez maintenant. Dis-moi l'adresse du magasin.
L'adresse du magasin, c'est 138 rue du Théâtre.
D'accord.
Encore une fois.
Encore une fois, 138 rue du
Bah, c'est
Théâtre.
vraiment typiquement les 6
138 rue du Théâtre.
Paris, 15e.
Ceux-là, c'est
The
plutôt des ciseaux
15th arrondissement
purs et
of
confits,
Paris. It's out of the way, but it's worth. Excuse me. It's out of the way, but it's worth the trip. You know, I've been to many of the other shops in Paris. but you're not on the map.
No.
But now, hopefully, people will find you.
Oh, thanks. Wonderful.
So, Virginie gave me these cards for some of the lines that she carries. So there's Erica Knight, British yarn maker. There's Naticia. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Here's the name. Hey Mama Wolf. She got a kick out of saying this name. Hey Mama Wolf. Krimke, Soul Wool, they call themselves. And BC Garn. Now she also gave me this brochure from BC Garn. It's in French. Yarn certified by BC Garn. I'm going to try and do my best to translate for you. Their yarns are GOTS certified. GOTS. If you're not familiar with GOTS, a lot of yarns in the United States are GOTS certified. You should go to this website, www.global-standard.org. And I think it will explain very well what's entailed in order to get this organic. Okay, here's what GOTS stands for. I see it here. Global Organic Textile Standard, GOTS. The animals have to be well respected and their normal biology elevated, something like that. Cotton is cultivated without artificial ingredients or pesticides. I don't know what Rakeholt means, but probably picking the cotton has to respect the environment. The colorants are biodegradable and non-toxic. The work conditions are fair, salaries are just, and no children are employed. No heavy metals, formaldehyde, chlorine, PVC, nickel, or chrome. The words are so similar to English, I can actually read this to you. Reduction of consumption of water, no mulesing. That's when they do something with the, I think it's the glands of the animal, something like that. No, maybe not glands. It's something pertaining to, I think, the backside of the sheep. That's unkind, and it's not done for these animals who are part of this certification. Social responsibility and, things of that nature. So, yeah. So I think it's really wonderful that yarn shops, including some of the yarn shops in the States, are now focusing on being more environmentally conscious and animal friendly. And none of this chemical treatment like superwash and all of that, which I don't want to get on a soapbox and lecture, but extra processing involves extra water usage and energy and so on. So minimal processing is best for everyone concerned, don't you think? So the next leg of this video is my visit with Enrico at Les Tricoteurs Volants. I will put the addresses of all the shops I mentioned into the show notes, so next time you're in Paris, you can check them out. Both of these shops have a variety of mostly European yarns, some French yarns, not as much as I would have expected, but it's explained a little bit in the course of our conversations. I am back in Paris at Les Tricoteurs Volants. Here you see Enrico. Say a quick hello.
Hello.
He's running out to an appointment, but I will try and show you around the shop. just in case you're coming to Paris and you want some luxurious European and French yarns. So here you see you have Fanti and let's see, Kremke, and I should get the prices, €8.90, €11.50. This looks like kid silk mohair. I'm guessing because this is €3, that's probably cotton. There's some other brands up here. You're gonna hear French spoken. So that's one wall. There's some more things over here. Buttons. No, you're taking this with you. Good. So I think these are for repairing socks because they have polyamide in it, little swatch, and beads, and all kinds of needles and stitch markers and metallic yarn. Then you have your cocoa knit stitch markers in this beautiful case. The furnishings are gorgeous. Enrico moved from a smaller location.
I don't know exactly the yardage because it's Princeton. And no,
Here's some Pinta, €11.95. I don't know this brand, Gusto Wool. These are also really cute by Gusto Wool called Echoes. And on his back wall, he's got Erica Knight. That is not French spoken. That is another language. Paris is international. And there's some leather goods and Eucaline. Here's a little sample of what these adorable colors look like when they're knit up. It's like a self-striping. Yeah, that's what that color looks like when it's knit up. The person stopped before they got to the blue. It's quite cute. There's amazing colorways. These are also really pretty colors. And books, plenty of books in English, guys. We have Nocturne, I don't know them. The Wee Yarn Company, I also don't know them. Fino, I don't know, looks very pretty. If you're in the market for a ball winder, he's got that. He's got this color pack. I don't know how you pronounce the name. Sheepjes, I don't know. I love all the baskets. And who is this? Linnery en Touraine. Very pretty colors. Imagine Portuguese wool. And La Bien-Aimée is represented here too. And then you have this stuff for spaghetti. Hooked. There's a sample of something. Thread in every color imaginable. And then I'm guessing that you can use these baskets to walk around the store and get your collection in. This is the last little section. You have Loch Lomond, you have Bio Shetland, some more Fanti. But I really want you to just get an overall view of the shop because it's so much more spacious than his last location. The next shop I visited has nothing to do with knitting, but it does have to do with vintage. It's called Super Vintage. The words are kind of the same in French. Super vintage, I think. Her card says since 2018, and I just did a quick run through the store, so you'll see some jewelry and you'll see some vintage clothing. It's a fairly narrow shop. You go down one way and make a U-turn and come back. The woman was perfectly lovely, English, well-spoken there, which actually, as long as I'm on the topic of that, I must say, I've been going to Paris for 50 years now. And each time I go, more and more people are speaking English. They do appreciate that I attempt to speak French with them. My accent for an American is not as bad as many, so it's a little more well tolerated, but you'll see, usually it devolves into speaking English. I think they want to practice their English too. I go there, I want to practice my French, so, you know, we meet in the middle and it becomes franglais sometimes. This particular trip, I had some extenuating circumstances, and I have to tell you, the Parisians really rose to the task. Just about halfway through our trip, I was climbing up a flight of stairs in a French nightclub with a pair of heels on, not crazy heels, like a chunky vintage kind of a heel. And all of a sudden I felt my knee buckle and I couldn't walk. The pain was excruciating. We had to take a taxi back to our hotel. Although there had been a bus for the Congress attendees, we got on the bus, but as soon as I got off the bus, I couldn't walk the 5 minutes to the hotel. The next day, my husband rented a wheelchair for me and did an absolute yeoman's job of pushing me all around Paris. Even when it was drizzling, we had these plastic ponchos. I couldn't hold an umbrella from the wheelchair. It would block his view, and he needed both hands on the wheelchair, so he also couldn't hold an umbrella. So it was quite an adventure. But every step of the way, people were so courteous, so helpful. The bus system, I would say, second to none. New York City's got quite a sophisticated transit system, sophisticated in terms of its breadth and depth, but not so much in terms of technology. People hop the turnstiles all the time and avoid paying fares and get on the back door of the bus without paying. I mean, I see this all the time. But Paris has a really beautiful system for people in wheelchairs. If you're in your wheelchair at the curb, you just wave to them. They pull over, they open the back door, a ramp comes out. The driver never leaves his seat. In New York, the driver has to leave his seat, help you on with the wheelchair, and strap you in, and then he goes back to his seat. It's a real inconvenience to the other passengers on the bus because it slows things down quite a bit. But in Paris, the length of time it took me to get on with the wheelchair, of course my husband was pushing me, I don't think I could have done it solo. That length of time was equivalent to somebody just stepping on the bus, pretty much. Because once I was on, the bus starts to go. It's not a long distance from the door to where you park your wheelchair and you lock yourself in. And then right next to that wheelchair station, there's a button on the wall that you depress. It has a little wheelchair symbol on it. It sends a message to the driver that at the next stop, the wheelchair person wants to disembark. So very orderly, very smooth, very efficient. I really give the Parisians top marks on that. Then every museum that we went to, it was like they rolled out the red carpet for me. If they didn't have a ramp, they brought a ramp out. If they had a handicap entrance, they led me to it and made sure every step of the way that doors were held for me. It was really a unique experience. I mean, not that I wanted to hurt myself, but in a way, I had an experience of a lifetime. I'll never have this experience again because it didn't end with the museums and with the people in the street and on the buses. when I got to the airport, this blew my mind. Pretty much from the curb where the taxi dropped us off to my seat on the airplane, I was escorted either in some kind of a transit vehicle or a wheelchair. I was in several different types of wheelchairs along the way. I found it so remarkable that I had my husband film it to share it with you. So you'll see that at the very end. I will try and be back with you in a week or so. I'm going to start having a lot of physical therapy to help me with my knee. It's feeling a lot better than it did in Paris, I could tell you that. So stay tuned. In this corner of the interwebs, I shall return. Bye for now.
Alors, à chaque fois, quand tu vois quelqu'un qui a vraiment du mal, qui ne peut pas marcher, tu te dis, va se prendre la tête, mélange avec l'aide. Parce que là, si j'écoute mon procédure, je ne peux même pas là, je vois. Voilà. Bon, elle m'a dit qu'elle avait dit en fait qu'elle ne pouvait pas. Ça bloque à chaque fois. C'est bon. I'll let you go first, and okay, you can go. And how was it?
I was so fortunate to have the opportunity to meet Sophie, who was one of my early guests on Show and Tell. While she was in Paris, I was in Paris at the same time. So you'll see a little picture of the two of us at dinner together.